A lot of things that you guys see, sometimes it's, people that you love or really with, and you just don't know it.
All right, mic check.
1, 2.
Yo, Nicki Minaj is trying to take down the Rock. Allegedly.
Whoa. Slow down, son. What you, Nicki Minaj?
Trying to take down the Rock. Allegedly.
Rock Nation or
Rock
the
Nation?
white Rock, the wrestler,
Everybody,
the actor.
Rock, Crack Rock, Chris Rock, all the Rock.
All the Rock.
All that shit.
All right, man. Let's hear it, man.
Demori Hadley's lawsuit against her mom, Desiree Perez, who's the president of ROC Nation, should have been everything that anyone would ever need regarding how much power ROC Nation yields and how ROC Nation used their power to essentially torment anybody they don't like.
That's her daughter. This lady works for ROC Nation.
Yeah, she a Fed. They say she the Fed.
They say allegedly because they'll come around.
Yeah, allegedly.
They said she know everybody like China and Russia, and she could do all kind of stuff to you. And she
that's her daughter.
That's her daughter. She did all kind of stuff to her daughter.
Like what?
Like she had her locked up in a mental institution.
Wow.
Because she don't like her husband. Because her husband be like, bitch, get in there and make me a sandwich. He ain't beat her nothing. He just, you know what I'm saying? He just wanted to type nigga.
Chill, don't say that shit.
I'm telling the truth. And she, so she got a lot of power, a lot of influence, a lot of scrumph. And, she's manipulating their lives very easily. But we're going to get to Nicki Minaj.
I'm going to rehash history, but for y'all who haven't seen the lawsuit, Desiree Perez really disliked the daughter's husband, so she promised to get the daughter institutionalized if the daughter don't leave the husband. Now, the messages the lawsuit provided, Desiree Perez allegedly told her daughter, if you don't leave that N-word with the hard R, by the way, I'm going to have you
Shout out to hard R.
institutionalized. And the daughter thought it was a joke until she began to witness in real time.
Damn, they wrote it too.
Damn, the mother got juice.
Her being institutionalized and Desiree Perez and ROC Nation utilizing mental health professionals who are well respected in their fields to essentially diagnose her without ever meeting her and having her institutionalized. Once the mental health institutions got corrupted and bought out to institutionalize the daughter illegally, the chief of police was also bought out to illegally arrest the husband. And when the arresting officers came to arrest the husband, they told the husband, we don't even know why we are arresting you. This is above our pay grade. This came from up top. And then after enough
allegedly
complaints and the news got involved, the chief of police was forced to issue a 14-page apology confessing that the husband should have never been arrested, that Desiree Perez obtained illegal evidence, that they're sorry and it would never happen again. This is the level of power that we're dealing with. And as somebody who respects a powerful hand, you got to applaud it, bro. This level of power would be very respected if it was utilized for good instead of evil. Now, the daughter, her coming out in her lawsuit was treated like a conspiracy. And you began to really see the stronghold that ROC Nation has on the media, because you had podcasts, really big podcasts in media, in the culture, dismissing the daughter as if she was like nothing but a conspiracy theorist. Somebody who we did not expect to be coming out and contributing to the fight to expose and take down ROC Nation, that person has spoken out.
Do the dun dun dun.
We'll do it, nigga.
To the daughter. And based on this person, that sparked a domino effect yesterday to where we began to see nothing but ROC Nation exposed pieces and more evidence of ROC Nation really doing some terrible things. Nicki Minaj has begun the good fight against ROC Nation. Before her tirade on Twitter yesterday, she actually dropped or hopped on a remix of Banned in New Orleans with Lil Wayne. Now, her verse was directly aimed at ROC Nation and Jay-Z. Towards the very end, we got the most direct shot I think anyone has ever sent towards Jay-Z way in a very long time. Now, I don't have the flow or the talent of Nicki Minaj, so bear with me. But Nicki Minaj will rap, NFL, fire some ninjas and then call us. A direct shot at ROC Nation and Jay-Z, because ROC Nation and Jay-Z is who run the Super Bowl halftime performance. Nicki Minaj is saying she's not doing it unless y'all fire ROC Nation and Jay-Z and then give her a call. But Nicki Minaj beef with Jay-Z and ROC Nation didn't begin when ROC Nation snubbed Lil Wayne from performing at the Super Bowl. Nicki Minaj will take to Twitter to actually break down that her issues with ROC Nation and Jay-Z extend far beyond the Super Bowl drama. Nicki Minaj will tweet out "Justice for Dem," which is short for Damori Hadley, which is Desiree Perez's daughter, standing in
That was from earlier.
solidarity with her. Nicki Minaj would explain why she's standing in solidarity with Damori Hadley. Nicki would imply that all the times that she was quote-unquote hacked, that it was Desiree Perez and ROC Nation. She would write, "They've had access to my accounts on all platforms. I didn't change the password either. I let them continue doing everything they allegedly did to Damori to me. And you have no idea how disgusting it gets. Enough is enough." She's implied or hinted towards not liking ROC Nation or Jay-Z in the past, but today she had nothing but time. And right before her rant or her attack on ROC Nation could really start, it looks like someone was intervening because Nicki Minaj will begin to repost tweets from her fans where when they use the hashtag Justice for Dem, their tweets will get blocked and they can't send it. This user actually showed proof that it took him a couple of tries to be able to post Justice for Dem. And it wasn't until
Damn, they reached inside of Twitter.
God damn, and
God
blocking her
damn.
joint. That's
Jay-Z
pretty-
and the algorithm, nigga.
Yeah,
Shit.
Jay-Z, pal.
Allegedly.
That's your man.
We don't know.
Minaj made a big deal about it, that other people were suddenly allowed to make tweets with the hashtag Justice for Dem. Nicki would claim that Jay-Z and ROC Nation is able to affect her presence on Twitter, or they're able to block certain hashtags that make them or their associates look bad, because when Jay-Z sold title to Jack Dorsey, while Jack was still the owner of Twitter in 2021, as part of the sale, Jay-Z was made a board member of Block, which at the time was the parent company of Twitter. While there, Jay-Z obviously garnered relationships of some people and employees who still work at Twitter. Now, this is all alleged, by the way. There's no current proof that Jay-Z is affecting hashtag.
Right.
Right.
Alleged.
Right.
Alleged.
That's what we heard.
All allegations.
Yeah, we don't know.
Maybe Twitter just don't like Justice for Dem, and they have a specific interest in making sure that nobody says anything bad about Desiree Perez. Maybe it's Elon Musk, not ROC Nation. Maybe Elon Musk just likes ROC Nation and Desiree Perez. Yeah, if that makes sense. Okay. Now, Nick,
You don't know what the fuck is going on Twitter.
You don't know.
He fight with Donald Trump flying to space and shit. He don't give a fuck what
And-
Jay-Z and
and
them
even
doing. He's like,
still,
yeah, go
man,
ahead.
this is way above our pay grade, son. All of our pay grade. So,
Call Greg. He'll take care of it.
right? Send him a tweet.
Minaj would also say that she relates to when Damori Hadley dropped the lawsuit. And in the lawsuit, she wrote that Desiree Perez and ROC Nation put trackers in her car, on her persons, in her home, put surveillance footage, put like audio recorders. They essentially stalked her. Nicki Minaj was
Son, that's some crazy CIA
Wow,
type shit.
no doubt, no doubt. That's crazy.
that's something that she can relate to because she also went through something similar at the hands of ROC Nation. She told the Barbs that she needs them now more than ever, and there's no time for distractions. It's time to go to war because she's waging war against ROC Nation, and she will claim she's got some real juicy information on ROC Nation. She claims
what?
the conversation about hiding likes on Twitter was started because she kept liking things exposing ROC Nation, Jay-Z, and Desiree Perez. She would also say listening devices, cameras, and car tags she also had to endure. She would also claim the story of the Damori Hadley family being torn apart is also something she could relate to. She would say it all sounds so familiar, trying to tear a husband away from his wife and family will.
Somebody tried to tell her away from that guy.
Yeah, it was. Who?
I don't
Desiree? Or the daughter?
Nikki, I'm saying. She said,
Oh.
Nikki said she had a similar experience.
Well, from the understanding, her husband was arrested before for
Yeah, he got
was
a-
the P,
y'all-
the P,
y'all-
yeah, the P
y'all-
word, yeah, the P
And
word.
friends in high places. Yuck. No more distractions. Nicki Minaj would also repost an old clip from Station Head where she's speaking. Is coy, is real subliminal, but she's still discussing how the people who we love or we got some type of affection towards, that they're the ones responsible for Nicki Minaj being swatted and her home being targeted multiple times.
Oh, what y'all are seeing, even in grown men, and you'd be surprised who's really, really, really behind a lot of things that you guys see. Sometimes it's, people that you love or really with, and you just don't know it.
She then will wrap things up with this particular tweet where she will say, to the PMs who claim it wasn't made clear to your ugly blank, hopefully the more massive and detailed page-by-page claim gets you all the way caught up. And never called me a liar, never insinuated either. Every single angel ever created fights for me at the mere mention of the word as it relates to me. Vengeance.
People kill me when they.
What?
Why do you think you're so perfect?
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying she isn't within her rights, and I'm not calling her a liar and everything. I'm just talking about how quickly people. It's like both teams are fucking praying to God before the game, nigga.
Right. Right.
So you saying if you win, God like you better?
Nah, but this run a little deeper than that though.
Yeah, but
we talk about like some espionage type, some just this crazy, right?
So how you know God ain't on Rock Nation side?
Oh no.
Lord, be careful. No one who conspired on the wrong side will go unpunished for the role they played in this movie. I hope it was all worth it. I don't know what Rock Nation is going to do, but they need to do something fast to stop this momentum. I've been on the internet long enough to where I can tell you, usually the downfall of a powerful entity who's on top, the downfall happens once it becomes cool to call you out and accuse you of things.
Right, and then the dam starts to crumble.
Like Diddy.
Right, and then somebody finds something else, and they find something else.
Like Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Like Tyler Perry right now. Whoa.
It's gonna be a few of them.
Whoa.
I don't care what no. Allegedly,
Danny Sharps of the world.
Yeah. But the news cycle moves so fast. Anybody even talking about Shannon Sharp?
Right.
He back to work.
Shit, they done already jumped on 2 or 3 other dudes.
Three other dudes. Remember Big U? Remember him?
Remember Big U? Well, he gone.
He gone. But
They washed him.
Stuff be top of the news.
Yeah. That play, it fizz out. That's why we on it.
Right, we on
We
it.
stay on
We
it.
want to let you know before it happened, as it happened, nigga.
No doubt.
We right outside.
Right here.
Matter of fact, we the one that put the shit in her carton.
Stop.
It's cool to expose you. We've seen it with Diddy. Diddy downfall happened very rapidly. Once the Cassie lawsuit came, and then everybody else who ever been done wrong by Diddy, they began to come out. Now we're seeing it with Rock Nation. Damori Hallie's lawsuit came out. Now when DDG is going through the thing he's going through with Halle Bailey, the first thing they say is, yo, Rock Nation trying to tear down DDG. Now streamers are saying Rock Nation is evil. Now Nicki Minaj is speaking out. Rock Nation is this.
They can't sue everybody. They got a lot of money, but they can't sue everybody.
No, man.
Lawsuit with Fat Joe. Rock Nation is this. So now it's becoming trendy. It's becoming cool to call you out. Now people ain't really scared about the consequences anymore. Because a lot of the people who are exposing you and calling you out, they're either too big to really be affected by Rock Nation, a la Nicki Minaj,
right,
or they're too small to really care about their Twitter pages being deleted, a la the numerous of fans who are around with like 1,000 followers. Now, Nicki Minaj's rant was not, super explosive. She claims there's more. But what it did do is it inspired Damori Hadley to come on Twitter to start the exposer. And the first bombshell that...
And we know she got something about her moms.
About her moms.
And having her committed and trying to break up her marriage with her husband. Oh, woman scorned.
All right, here we go.
Damori Hadley released that had me on the edge of my seat, really wondering how deep this rabbit hole go. Was apparently TMZ was working on behalf of Rock Nation, trying to get Damori Hadley's husband locked up. As recently as recent, Damori Hadley would write, you guys, Desiree Perez and Rock Nation, then hired TMZ, and they attempted to contact the state attorney's office in Miami to lie and report a case based on false accusations. I never wanted to go to the media. I was bullied, and I had to protect myself and husband.
Damn.
Wait, I'm so... Why is TMZ, out of all people, trying to report a crime on behalf of Rock Nation? And the receipts is here.
Paid.
This is an email.
Right, they bought and paid for it. And people been whispering
Pushing the
about
narrative.
TMZ, because of the nature of what they do in dealing with celebrities.
Yeah, tabloid.
And they the top of the heat of
they top of the food chain when it comes
what
to
a lot of other people do.
Yeah,
like
paparazzi and all that.
Paparazzi bring it to them first and everything. So with that, there's a lot of power.
Yes, sir.
And there's a lot of
media
people that they report on that want the story spent a certain way. And it's been spoken on a few times, all allegations that they are for sale. I've heard this. I've heard that, TMZ is for sale if you need the right word put out. That's allegedly. We don't know.
to the Miami-Dade Police Department. So Jennifer Delgado, the senior news producer from TMZ, they wrote, I'm one of the court producers at TMZ. I'm looking into the Javon Hadley case and understand that there is a jail call that violates the stay away order as he is sending messages to the victim, Damori Lopez, while incarcerated for a violation of the same order. Most notably, the defendant is heard on the audio saying that he has connections with judges in the Miami area and is saying ways that he will get off easily. Can you please advise on whether you are planning to arrest Mr. Hadley on the newly discovered violations? Additionally, please place...
That's some next level.
Crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Can you please lock him up? Because I heard he did some crimes.
Right. We heard.
They obscure crimes, right. I heard.
And I am TMZ.
On any list you may have for future press releases regarding the case. Thank you for your prompt attention to this matter. Dang. Why are you pushing for anybody to arrest this man? Like, what is wrong with y'all, bruh? Yo, who do TMZ work for? Because TMZ has been accused of really pushing the line on behalf of celebrities for years, but this is one of the most egregious cases I've ever seen. Just in case you may think this is a prank, no, it's not. This is as recent as April 26, 2024. And then also, too, if you look at the tag, this is from the actual official TMZ email account. So this is not a prank. This wasn't some troll. No, this is an official TMZ member like inquiring, asking the police department to arrest Javon Hadley for apparently violation of protection. What is wrong with y'all? Kanye West has been warning us for years about TMZ and how TMZ worked with Kim Kardashian.
And about The Rock and all them. I'm starting to think they did something to Kanye. I mean, he was always crazy.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if he was giving something to take him over the edge.
Right.
If they already knowing that he was bipolar, like, I'm pretty sure there are meds and stuff that could.
Yo, if whatever happened to Jamie Foxx could happen, they definitely could slip something to Kanye West.
Yeah. Because he crazy in a whole different way.
Yeah.
I mean, he was always a little,
Yeah, now he over the top.
And there was a point where, remember, his trainer or something allegedly was threatening him that he would, that's a whole nother rabbit hole, but here we go.
Essentially torment and bully him and drive him mentally insane. So, but we kind of ignored it because it's Kanye West. Kanye West is somebody who has a history of being off the edge and bipolar. So we didn't really take it seriously. But when we look at TMZ producers working on behalf of ROC Nation, trying to get an innocent man locked up, it's crazy. Because, again, and when I say innocent, I mean the police department did whatever research they needed to do, and they dropped a 14-page apology claiming he should have never been arrested. Once that happens, bruh, then I gotta back up. Now, I've seen what's included in Desiree Perez's lawsuit against Hadley. I've seen it. But once the police is saying, hey, bro, this man is innocent, I ain't got nothing else to say. Damori didn't just stop at Twitter. She actually did a tell-all interview this morning exposing ROC Nation, exposing Desiree Perez, her mother, and exposing the other details that we haven't seen yet that's going to be coming out soon.
And really, she the only one that could really, really do it because her mother ain't going to take her all the way down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So who this dude? This Cisco cousin?
So knock it off, son. He's an interviewer. He's legit. This is how young niggas be. You supposed to take him seriously looking like that.
How?
I don't know. They be in office at the bank, all that. That's how they be.
Talking a little bit about what happened to you so that the audience is aware. So essentially, how
I see. My bad. Here, what?
were freedoms taken away, and what happened to you in the last couple of years?
Yes. So I would say my freedom was personally attacked on March 27th, 2024. The Baker Act was used against me unlawfully, as well as the Marchman Act, as well as a petition for guardianship, which, as many of you know, you have to be deemed incapacitated, which I am very far from. So those were the three things that were used to falsely imprison me, to essentially take away my voice, and then. As far as like intimidation and abuse, that has been going on for well over a year now. I've been sued. My husband's been sued. We both were falsely imprisoned. I have no access to the man who raised me now. I can't get in contact with him.
You still our dad? or stepdad or whatever.
Stepdad. She said the man that raised her. She didn't say her biological. Right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
His mama cut it was like, nigga.
Mama got juice.
Right. Nigga,
mama plugged in.
Fuck out of here.
Right.
What else has been done? Private investigators, unlicensed private investigators, living across the streets. They moved now, but just the following. I mean,
right, because they got big money. They buy the house across the street, just look at you.
Right.
Wait for
hey, where you go? What you do?
The list goes on, and I know we'll talk about that in our detailed interview, but those were the specific, short answer things that have happened to me.
And for those watching who aren't familiar with Demaray's situation, she has the receipts. The receipts are all there. You can find it on the internet already. You did an incredible interview with Jaguar Wright, so I want to shout out Jaguar. And
Jaguar Wright doing interviews, man? She the interviewer?
Was she on the couch? She had no shoes on?
Probably.
And we're going to get more into that. I want to talk a little bit about, first of all, what was some of your mom's alleged involvement in all of this?
Alleged is a very
Allegedly.
strong word because of the receipts and the evidence that I have is overwhelming, honestly. But I know we have to tread lightly with that. So her involvement is pretty much very black and white, right? So we have body cam footage of doctors, and I quote, saying, me saying, I know you were paid by my mother, and Dr. Daniel Bobar saying, well, all doctors are paid. So we have that, right? We have
right. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get their money.
Yeah.
A private investigator named James Fondo, owner of Sig9, former Broward Sheriff Office police officer, saying that, he put a tracker in my car, which is a felony here in the state of Florida, right? We have police reports listing my mom, her full name, Desiree Perez, but then listing her as my aunt when she's not my aunt, and her lying on police reports and to police claiming to be my aunt. I'm not sure why she didn't think that people wouldn't check that. It's very uncertain. We have body cams of private investigators, Jeffrey Brown, admitting that my aunt, aka my mom, called police and said I was being abducted at a farm with my 3 husband's nephews to get him arrested and for police to go over there. And
if she didn't have some type of receipts, this would make her sound crazy.
Yeah, it would sound crazy. It would be far-fetched.
Right. Yeah. People are after you. They trying to separate you from your husband, your mother is mad. And then if she didn't have the receipts, you go talk to her mom at her big, nice house, knowing Jay-Z. She'd be like, I don't know, my
I have no idea. Right.
I don't know. It's crazy, yo.
him in front of the kids, very intentionally, because it could have been done every other day. It was done that way to make a statement, and it was done to intimidate children. So I do want to highlight that, because I don't think it matters what color or ethnicity. Children should always be off limit. And I don't think people are talking about that enough, right? It's not just trauma that I've been through, my husband. You have now impacted children to the point we haven't been back to that farm, and we used to go once a year, every year in December. And we haven't been able to go because, again, the trauma of going there.
Should seem like y'all can't go no goddamn way.
Right.
What else? We have body cam. We have her listed in both the Baker Act, the Marchman Act, the guardianship petitions as her being the petitioner to essentially get rid of my rights, Desiree Perez. So she's listed on there. This is all public record. I've been doing my due diligence to post it. I'm realizing that a lot of people don't have access to download these public records. So
you know what would be crazy, son?
If she get assassinated right there.
Not even right there. Let's say like a month from now, something happened to her, which is awful. That's not what we're saying.
Right.
But that would be crazy if something just arbitrarily out the blue just happened to her. Like, yo,
I don't think what happened to her, it would happen to her husband.
Oh,
I don't think she's gonna hurt her daughter.
I would hope not.
Because it seems like that's what makes her even care. She just
right. With this dude.
Yeah, I don't fuck with him.
Oh, but it's a lot of things the daughter know though. The daughter knows. The husband, she don't like the husband, but the daughter is in play. She's been in play.
I think if there are people over Desiree that are like, yo, she gotta shut up, then she gotta shut up.
Yeah. Right. Real talk.
Allegedly, real talk.
Yeah. Real talk.
Yeah. We just, you know.
I'm working with a mutual person that connected me to you. to get that out there in the light so that people can, you know, have access to reading it, because I know Pacer is very expensive. So working on getting that out for you guys. BJ, the surprise witness, did a deep dive on the lawsuit. It's 95 pages, the alleged complaint. But we inserted not everything, but enough so that you guys understand, like, there's enough evidence that Desiree Perez is involved. There's enough evidence that ROC Nation is involved. There's enough evidence that all these entities are involved. Obviously, I didn't show my full hand, right? Because that's the purpose of court. But yeah, that's her direct involvement, allegedly.
Other platforms speak about this and they dismiss this. And we know why they're dismissing it. They're dismissing it because they don't want to piss off ROC Nation. But when they speak about this, they speak about it as if this is just a concerned mother. A concerned mother, who just so happened to be doing things that are bad for her kid. No, this is a concern. I wouldn't even say concern at this point. I feel like at this point, it has to be vindictive. This is systematically evil. Kids' lives are being destroyed. Kids are being traumatized. A woman choosing to love somebody that her rich mom don't like doesn't mean that she deserves to have her entire life torn apart. Her job situation ruined. Her living situation ruined.
Right.
Husband being dragged away in handcuffs on multiple occasions. She's being institutionalized. This woman that's talking is not a woman that you can ever say has mental health issues. Cut it out. Cut it out.
I don't know that.
But you can't be sure about that because crazy people don't seem crazy all the time.
Right. But what I can be sure is if I was the husband, I'd be like, look, I love you, right? But it's a lot going on.
This shit getting crazy, man.
Yeah. Look, I bumps with you.
Maybe we should take a break, baby.
Yeah, because your mama is
Plus, look, first of all, you ever thought about this? If this is true, all allegations, we don't know. But you know goddamn well she offered that nigga. She did the
she offered some money.
The classic out the movies, nigga.
Yeah. I give you $2 million, you step away from my daughter, step away from my family.
How about $3 million?
Oh, word.
You don't have enough money to buy me. Nonsense.
Oh, word.
$10 million.
Oh, word.
Okay.
Nah, I'm just playing. If love is love.
Right.
How much you said?
Situation to me is one of the most damning things because her job that she was at the company, that she was at apparently was having financial issues, needed funding for some.
But you can take it and go away and come back. That ain't no fucking real contract.
It's in my account now.
The fuck? All right, I'm out.
Yeah. All right. So come over the house on Tuesday.
Look,
come over here Tuesday night.
Look, we fucked up. She's fucking up everything. I can't even get a goddamn job
right. But. Stop, man. Suspend, man.
Her mom built out the company.
No.
Did I ruin something?
Almost immediately, the company began to essentially work on behalf out. But
what I did?
I don't know. Hit the volume on the screen. Yeah. That's up.
Job situation to me is one of the most damning things because her job that she was at the company, that she was at apparently was having financial issues, needed funding for something. Her mom built out the company, and almost immediately the company began to essentially.
That's dumb one.
What? Son, explain that one more time. Explain what he just said, son.
Her job that she was working for,
her daughter,
was in trouble financially.
Okay.
The company was going down.
Right.
Mama said, give me that company.
I buy tomorrow like y'all own it.
I get your check right now.
Perez Incorporated.
What y'all need?
What? And put my daughter, she the CEO. Like, what?
She went to break with my mother right now. God damn.
Can you do anything?
Baby, I just want to talk to you. You need
God.
to alone. He's no good.
On behalf of her mother. They staged this work meeting that was completely fabricated, by the way.
Really?
And it was just a ploy to have a therapist talk to her so the therapist can...
I was just bullshitting, but basically that's what happened. She came to work.
Damn, right. Like,
what are you doing here, man? Well, I own here. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just talk to him. Why?
I guess diagnose her and have her institutionalized again. So her job lied to her and told her this was a Nike meeting. It was a meeting for Nike. And she'll be talking to a Nike rep.
Oh, she started getting a big account. She was pumped. Oh,
she was get some J's.
Down there, because what she's trying to do is get from up under her mother. From my understanding, all allegedly, from my understanding, her mom is so strong that she's trying to get her to rely on her, that she can really tell her what to do.
Right.
She's trying to make it so.
But she trying to fly solo with her husband.
Exactly. So
they
this
do
is
the
probably a big
duet over
opportunity.
right.
The Nike account. Nigga.
Come in the conference room.
Fucking doctor.
All right, and they slide papers to her. I just want to speak to you for a second.
That's crazy. It's crazy because when you think you would want to have a crazy rich parent, but not when you're on.
Yeah, come on. And on that time, yeah,
that's crazy.
Phone, the Nike rep began to ask her some weird questions. So she soon and quickly figured out this ain't no Nike rep, bro. Like, you sounding like a therapist. This is like the work text message where they're telling her, hey, oh my God, I forgot to tell you, we have a Nike Academy call 11 a.m. tomorrow. They asked us to pick someone that could train the office. Sorry it's late. I just want to put it on your radar. So they're telling her, hey, we're choosing you because you're one of our best employees. And they put her on.
The mom setting the whole thing up. The mom set that up.
She was pumped, She thought she about to come up.
Yeah, she was going to get some J's, man, and a sweatsuit.
Now, they're telling her this woman she's on the call with is Rachel Thomas, the program director for a particular niche of Nike. This story gets crazy. The NikeAcademy.com even created an entire profile for her. Said Rachel.
God
damn.
This
been strong with Nike.
She know Bill Knight. She know his name. Bill Knight? What's this dude on?
Shit.
They made a whole secret division
inside of Nike.
Just for her, just for the daughter. So you can have this meeting and come on, sit down. We're gonna make it.
This bitch is strong.
Yeah, she got juice.
She got to be with the government. Allegedly. Please don't sue me.
We didn't say it.
We a small YouTube channel. We didn't even say it. We
don't want the smoke.
This is what people thinking.
We want the smoke. We just don't want
this. Not with her. Not with that lady.
No.
Nightmare about her later. Shit.
Thomas, right, has been the program director of the Nike Academy for over a decade. Immediately after the call, the profile deleted. The profile went away, right? There's no trace of Rachel Thomas as the program director of the Nike Academy. But instead, her real name is actually Rachel Bernstein. Rachel Bernstein is actually a professional who apparently specializes in indoctrination, how to spot a manipulator. So they essentially had this woman speak with the daughter to essentially confirm that the daughter is being manipulated and abused, so hence that could lead to the daughter being institutionalized. This is insane. Nicki Minaj is backing and supporting Damari Hadley now. Damari Hadley has a couple more big interviews scheduled. I've been in communication. I've reached out. I'm trying to
get them killed.
Right. Well, who?
We don't want to come around here.
No, we solid.
So we'll see how that goes. But this is getting really bad, man. The ROC Nation downfall has officially started. Let's see how long it takes for us to be defeated. Not us, by the way, because I'm not.
Right, and we not even. We just all allegedly. No. Shout out Jay-Z. Shout out ROC Nation.
Like the Friday movies. You want some too, old man?
Nope.